Downtown Charlotte, Hornets Live, the postgame show presented by Carolina Ford Dealers. LaMelo Ball, all smiles because the final score, 129-108. Another 20-point win, plus 20-point win by the Charlotte Hornets here on a Friday night. The second night of a back-to-back, which they've been very good in the back-to-back. They've been very good down the stretch for sure. What did you like? What did you not like? What did you think?
I've talked about how professional this franchise has been operating for quite a while now, but I think this last couple of games shows that, especially getting the victory yesterday against Phoenix, which is a real good ball club. They're real physical as well at the point of attack. And then second night of a back-to-back, they've been very good, but Indiana, they've been sneaking up on some teams here recently. I thought they really settled into this one after Pascal Siakam just gave them a really impressive performance. So very, very nice victory. And now, maybe they can keep climbing up those Eastern Conference standings.
Yeah, Rick Carlisle talked a lot about Pascal Siakam and just how much grace and class he's had all season long. Just continued to fight despite that record. Someone that's been fighting a lot lately, Brandon Miller, he's been so great. He had another great game here tonight. But went very deep in the bench, but Brandon was your lead scorer at 22 points, and he is our Ford keys to the game. 9 of 17, another 4 threes to boot.
Yeah, I mean, how about, again, I just continue to be impressed with the way that he's performing inside the perimeter. We know that he's a good three-point shooter, 50% again. Look, go back on his game log and see how many games that he's logged 50% from three. I think it was something like that. You got hot early. What's been going into the shot for you? Why are you feeling so good right now?
I mean, it's as simple as that. Sometimes they go in, sometimes they don't. And thankfully today they did. There was a few more. They got some open ones, man. I thought they should have gone down, but that's all part of it. I mean, at the end of the day, you work on what you work on, and got a lot of looks today. It was nice.
I was actually listening to this guy's podcast earlier after the Suns game, and one thing that they were talking about with the rookies on this team is that there's zero question that every single game, every single practice, every single shoot around, you guys come prepared. You guys are ready for everything. How much, like when you hear people kind of talk about that and the maturity that the rookies have on this team, what does that mean to you?
It's really cool for us. I mean, we talk about it as a unit pretty much all the time, man. It's awesome. Being able, the four of us, to come in together and really do this thing together. Ryan and I talk about 5 years in school and how that prepares you. And then Con and Liam are just different, man. Those two are special and just ready to go right away. But we really just try to, we take pride in being ready to go every day and really raising the level of play for this team.
Sion, you and I had a chance to talk just a couple of days ago. One of the things we discussed was your defensive assignment. Charles Lee's putting you on the hard ones, man. Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Pascal Siakam. I thought he was excellent here tonight. How tough a guard is he?
Yeah, he's definitely a tough guard. He's got tendencies just like every player, but the thing is he's just so physical and has so many moves that he gets to. He's really good at playing angles on the backboard. I mean, he had a pretty good day today. We did a good job on him in stretches, but he had a pretty good day. Another tough player.
And it felt like the offense was really in rhythm, not just you, but really, I mean, you look at the stat sheet, a lot of field goal attempts for everybody, a lot of the starters, but even some of the bench guys coming in and putting up a bunch of shots. Do you feel like the synergy is there for you right now? And how important is that ball movement for everybody to have the wealth spread out a little bit?
The big thing is just playing free and just putting the ball where it needs to be, really. It's not about finding a certain amount of shots or touches for somebody. It's just putting the ball where it needs to be. And we were able to play in transition a lot today. The ball was popping, like you said. And when that's the case, we got a lot of guys that get shots up and a lot of guys that can make shots, which is how we score 129 points tonight.
Sion, you're awesome. Thank you so much. Have a great holiday weekend. We'll see you Sunday.
Yep, appreciate y'all.
Okay.
Thanks, Sion. Percentage too started off just a tiny bit slow and doesn't last very long. I mean, even the quote-unquote slump that he went through before he broke the record last night really got to heating up from beyond the arc, especially too on some of those. Is this going to be an easy layup? It is, because of the great passing. Con Knipple really got going there as the game went on.
Here's some other things that hit tonight. We got LaMelo Ball making those three-pointers, 5+. Brandon Miller also 4+ on the threes, and Miles Bridges. We're just a perimeter party.
That'll do.
I mean, like,
Sion's not even
yeah,
there.
Listen, I looked down. It was, what did they make? They made 24 out of 49. They shot almost 50%, 49% from the three.
Shannon, it's not normal for a team to be hitting.
You got to stay focused on the opponent in front of you, the opportunity to get better that day, defensively, offensively, building your habits, back-to-backs, build a little bit more strength and resilience out of you. And that team, they're good, they're well coached, they play fast, they force you to communicate and work on your transition defense and your steers in red. And then I thought that we shared the ball phenomenally tonight to have 6 guys in double figures, 31 assists. Love how we played.
And I know it's not the ultimate goal, but you guys officially clinched a winning season with this win tonight, to go from 19 wins last year, 12 under at one point this year, and then to be guaranteed a winning season. I mean, What does that mean for you personally and for the team as well?
Yeah, really happy. With that accomplishment, we'll sit back and we'll talk about it at the end of the season. Right now, this is still a group that's getting better, that's focused on trying to do so much more. And like the group is hungry. I'm hungry. We can talk about some of that stuff at the end of the year.
Josh Green pulled a chair on someone in the first quarter, I think. Offensive players usually get labeled as crafty, but what can make a defensive player crafty as well?
Yeah, just understanding people's tendencies and having the subtleties of the game to understand how to beat somebody to a spot. Like you said, kind of having that technique where you're being physical. Now that guy's waiting for you to be physical again, and then you all of a sudden release contact. Josh is such a hard-playing young man and such a consistent competitor, but he's also got the little tricks of the trade that make him even better.
Go ahead, Matt.
I was just going to ask Coach, we know you're wanting to get out of here to see the results of the Greensboro Swarm, handling things here in the semifinals. What does it mean to you guys how good this team is performing right now?
Yeah, I love the development of all the players on the Swarm, to be able to follow them throughout the year. Coach Baker and his staff have done a great job of not only helping those players get better, but our two-way guys, our guys that go on assignment, whenever they are afforded the opportunity to be there, it's just the same environment, the same culture, the same terminology, the same trying to build winning habits. And so I'm so happy for that entire group because they're an extension of us. They are part of the Hive family, and so I'm excited to get out of here and go finish watching the end of that game. Tijon just hit a big three.
All right, well, I'll let you get out of here to the next question. Can you? The pressure's on now. No. Can you just explain a little bit about? You mentioned before about just, I guess, the atmosphere and stuff, and this time of year, I know you focused on one game at a time, but to be able to, as Sam said, get to clinch a winning season, to be able to have things going the right way for you guys right now. Just can you put into words just what it's like as an organization to be going in the direction you guys are at the moment?
Yeah, we're proud of the direction that we're going in, but the biggest thing that we want to try to find is consistency, sustained success. And so while this is a great stepping stone, again, we are all hungry and focused on just the continued commitment to getting better.
All right, there you have it. We've been talking the entire night, I should say, and definitely in this post-game show about the bench play tonight because the Hornets went deep, had a lot of different rotations, and that's what you kind of got to do in a game like this, especially when you have Moussa Diabate out. But Sion James, man, he was just electric in that first half.
Shannon, I think a lot of teams don't want to face the Hornets in the playoffs, right? We all know this because of some of the star power, but it's guys like Sion just getting more and more comfortable as the season goes on. Now he's knocking down shots. Ryan Kalkbrenner's getting a lot of minutes, especially with Moussa out, but he's playing well with those minutes. It's the depth pieces that makes this team particularly dangerous.
There's our winners brought to you by North Carolina Education Lottery. The bench guys do it the right way. Sion James comes in, doesn't make a lot of mistakes. Kobe White comes in and makes the buckets, scores when he's supposed to score. Josh Green, top to bottom, even Pat Connaughton, we were just talking about him, comes in, effort, makes a three, does what he needs to do.
Is it okay if we just say Pat Connaughton is good and we don't even mention his mentorship? Like that, that's valuable. I'm with that. But is it okay if we can just say he can give you 10 good minutes, can shoot a good ball? I think what makes this team dangerous, of course, is not only the depth, as I spoke about, but they know their role so well and they play it so well.
Remember, he's one of the finalists for the Twyman Stokes honor, the award. So we'll see if he gets that. We'll be right back.